before we hop into our review of Halloween Ends with the SpookiBoiz podcast, Brian also saw this movie and he's got a little bit of an input. So Brian, go ahead. We'll clear the room for you.
All right, guys. So Halloween's End came out. You know, it's the end of this epic fucking.
Halloween hasn't even started. It's only
October
20th.
How many movies are canon at this point? I think we're at like 6.
7, I think.
Yeah. So I was
then
gonna
the Rob
watch this
Zombie
movie no matter what. That's not canon. None of it. Like, there's only.
I think it's only the 78 one and then the new 3.
I think it's 1, 2. Yeah. So I think 5.
Yeah,
in total.
78. No, 4.
4. I thought the second one with Jamie Lee Curtis counted too.
No, that one's not even canon either.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's been in 6, I think.
Yeah. Anyways, I was gonna watch this fucking movie with or without the podcast, so it worked out that way. And shout out to SpookiBoiz for doing this. And hopefully they're in the same boat because I haven't heard what they had to say yet. Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie, dude. How the fuck do you hype up? Oh, it's the ending of this epic fucking tale that we've seen. Michael Myers is finally gonna get justice served. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis is back. This is going to be one of her last movies. We know that. That's cool. She's older. She's still fucking killing it. She wasn't even in half the goddamn movie, bro. Yeah. I'm getting stuck, getting taught about this fucking Corey guy and then the cherry on top. So here's the thing that throws me.
Can you tell me what happened?
His fucking, like, Michael Myers. Okay, so here's the plot, Mikey. Here's the plot. The movie starts out. This is the saving grace. This scene is the best fucking intro to any Halloween movie that we've got. It starts off and it's a kid babysitting a child, and the child ends up locking the kid in a closet, and they're in this big ass house. They're like 4 stories up, and the closet, of course, is right at the fucking like rail. And so right as the parents are coming in, the kid kicks the door, and the little kid is right behind it. Gets knocked, falls 4 stories to his death, splat. And that's hilarious. Right, parents walk in. Catches you so off guard.
It does.
And then you're sitting there and you're like, holy fuck, this movie has a chance.
Yeah.
And then they fucking shit the bed. The plot is basically, so this Corey kid gets back into the world after going to juvie for however many years. I think they said 5 in the movie or something.
4.
Like that. 4. So he comes back. And he somehow, some way, ends up falling in love with fucking Jamie Lee Curtis's granddaughter, and they're hitting it off. And then one night, this Corey kid getting fucking bullied by high schoolers, which is very apparent throughout this whole movie. Getting bullied by a bunch of 16-year-olds. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, they're seniors in high school.
Yeah, and so they push him. They basically try to commit manslaughter, and they push him over a bridge, and he falls underneath a viaduct. And Michael Myers just comes and drags him. And you're like, okay, is he going to eat him? That's new. That would have been fucking better than what they did. Instead, they had Corey look into Michael Myers' eyes, and Michael Myers fucking penetrates his soul. And now the pure evilness of Michael Myers is inside of this fucking kid.
It also takes 41 minutes for Michael Myers to appear on screen.
Oh my God, dude. So then it gets kind of cool because you're like, okay, what's going to happen? They're running like a tag team duo. They go and
Batman and Robin.
Corey kills this fucking doctor, right? And there's a really cool shot because the lady friend of the doctor is looking for the doctor, and in the background you see some motion, and you're like, "What is that?" And you pay more attention. You're like, "Holy fuck, that's Michael Myers stabbing him!" And then the lights turn on, and it's not. It's Corey, and you're like, "Okay, what the fuck? This kind of sucks." The lady runs inside. Corey, being new to this, doesn't beat her to the door. He's not as fast as Michael Myers. And, you know, you think all hope's over there. Like, you're still kind of rooting for Corey. You're thinking, hey, Michael Myers took over. It's not him. But then you're like, oh, fuck, she's going to call the cops. He's going to get caught. Nah, Michael Myers comes bursting through the front door and just kills this lady. And Corey's, like, flexing his hand like as if he's choking her out. And that's when me and Jack paused the movie and we're just like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, now I have to sit here. It already didn't make sense. Michael Myers, you know, you should be able to evade him. He walks at a walking pace, like just run, you know? Now you're sitting here watching this and you're like, okay, fast forward, dude. The movie proceeds to be the biggest hot piece of shit ever. No one gives a fuck about Corey anymore. Corey ends up dying. And then the granddaughter, again, this pissed me off too. The granddaughter doesn't want to listen to her grandma after her fucking parents were killed by Michael Myers not even 2 years beforehand. Are you fucking slow? Like what the fuck, dude? And then, okay, so they say, oh, I'm in love with Corey. Corey's trying to get a Glock switch. Oh my God, dude. And then, so,
how does it end?
So this is how it ends. Jamie Lee Curtis, like, knows Michael Myers is in the house, gets ready. They go one-on-one, you know, they're boxing it up. She's running around. And they do this really cool scene where Michael Myers is choking her out. And then they have a flashback to all the movies. You're like, all right, cool. Good callback. That's the only reason we're all here, because this movie is hot fucking garbage. It ends up, she stabs Michael Myers, basically crucifying him to a counter, like stabs his hands, and then drops a fucking fridge on top of him. They proceed to, like, I think they stab him again. And then here's a cherry on top, Mikey. The cops show up, and instead of just like getting rid of his body and making sure he's dead and all this and that, they fucking give him a parade because evil dies tonight. They give this man a parade, and it's all the people from the city like hype Michael Myers is dead. And then this fucking part made me like hate it. They crowd surf Michael Myers' body to the front so that way they can put him in a crusher.
There's no way.
Yes, they crowd surf him.
It's funny. It's actually funny hearing. No way.
Standing there with a fist up, like, yeah, give it to me. I'm gonna get rid of the big bad evil man. And then they just throw him in the crusher. And you know what? You know what would have made it just a touch better, and I would have gave it a better rating if he would have grabbed Jamie Lee Curtis's ankle and dragged her in with him. That would have been badass. And then they're both dead. That's a wrap, you know. You finally.
That's what I said. I said, kill that bitch too.
Jesus Christ!
That's what I was
that
thinking.
movie pissed me the fuck off, dude.
So he's done.
He's done. Just wait for 10 years.
I mean, he died, but I don't.
Just wait for 10 years when
so,
it's.
So Brian, what would you score it?
Dude, this movie's getting a fucking 25, and 20 solely comes from that opening scene.
Wow. Okay. I laughed when the kid died. I thought.
Oh God, it was funny. And then when the lady's drunk as fuck, the mom's drunk as fuck at the bar 4 years later. And again, Corey didn't mean to kill that kid. I get it. Your kid died. Yeah. It happens. But Corey goes out drinking.
I don't know about happens, but
he's having a good time. And this bitch has the audacity to be like, you're here, dad, seated drinking, and my son's dead. And we're like, okay, what do you want me to do about it? Like,
yeah.
Oh God.
Well, all right, so let's get into our Halloween Ends review with the SpookiBoiz.
Alrighty, let's do it.
All right, now let's talk Halloween Ends. We are joined by the SpookiBoiz podcast.
Hey, yo.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I am Cedric.
I'm Rob.
Rob, okay. Yeah, I mean, me and Andrew, we've listened to you guys before. We're fans.
We're your
honestly,
biggest fans.
We are your biggest. No, we talked not too long ago. I literally, honestly, no, it was like probably a month or two ago. I was like, I really want to get these guys on for a horror movie.
I think that was my idea.
No, it was mine. So anyway, we wanted to get you guys on because like we're doing this whole month of horror movies. Me and Andrew aren't big horror guys, but we've like heard you guys' ghost stories and like other stuff that you guys have mentioned before, and we're like, they're literally called the SpookiBoiz. It'd be perfect to have these guys on.
We need the SpookiBoiz for the spooky month.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, so there's no worse movie to do than this. So
it's seasonal, you know, it's topical.
Yeah, right.
It's out right now.
It's a Bled franchise.
Yeah. And is it over? We'll see.
Fuck, I
but
hope
this
so.
was a dead horse, so it would be hamburger meat.
Yeah.
So it's at the glue factory.
Yeah.
So for someone who maybe is new to you guys or haven't listened to you guys yet, what would you guys say your podcast is about?
Just kind of everything.
Yeah, okay. I'd say like we're pretty like general like pop culture. Like we also talk about a bunch of like early 2000s, like late 90s, like crap. Crap, and like, you know, I don't know, generally it's just a big modge podge of dumb shit you probably didn't even know you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
or the most topical thing.
Yeah, and then it's pretty like chilled, relaxed. I mean, you guys are just being you know, type.
Yeah.
You know, we do have another show called After Dark where we talk about ghost stories and stuff.
Okay.
We'll talk about like horror movies on our own normal podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, pretty cool.
It is like just kind of everywhere, you know, just like, hey, what'd you watch this week? Or whenever we get the chance to do an episode.
And like we've done like weird stuff, like we do like food challenges, you know, we tried a paranormal series, but that's like our lost One day we'll post it.
Lost tapes. If
Lost
we ever do
tapes.
like a
Yeah.
Patreon or something.
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just be-
really getting diverse in all the markets.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that cell though. Like me and Robert have an OnlyFans.
You.
I'd sub to it.
You don't want
My man.
Yeah, so would you guys say that horror movies is your favorite like theme movies, or are you guys like comedy more, or like what would you guys say your favorite genre is?
Oh, I'm kind of all over the place. Like I can really get down with horror. I love horror, but I grew up with rom-coms.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. I was raised by women. I like them.
Yeah.
51st States is my favorite fucking movie. It's up there.
Hey, that's a good movie. I like that movie.
Hell yeah.
Adam Sandler, yeah, get some hate, but I love it.
Yeah, and I love a good cheesy like action movie, like some like Jean-Claude Van Damme style, like some undefeatable, like some foreign film, one guy versus a warehouse type shit. Like I love that shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm a sucker for? Those Mission Impossible movies. I don't know what it is, but just Tom Cruise tops himself every time. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Even though I really want him to fall down a flight of stairs.
Yes.
I was gonna say you're on your own with the Mission Impossible shit. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, none of them like it, but I don't know.
Like I said, I like the movies. Like I honestly do like the Mission Impossible movies. For spy movies, they're not poorly put together, but Tom Cruise, there's something about him. Like I like
The Mummy was awful, dude.
Yeah, that I didn't even watch.
Did you guys see Top Gun this year with him?
No, I didn't.
Saw it.
It was really good.
How was it?
I liked
really good.
You liked it too, Rob?
Oh yeah, no, it was great.
Okay.
I really like the really ambiguous enemies that they always fight every movie.
Yeah, like who are they?
I don't know who they are. The Libyans.
Especially with like all the political tension, they're like, we're just gonna make this a black figurine jet with no flag on it. So
yeah, exactly.
That's how the original was too.
Yeah, don't want to piss anyone off.
Yeah.
No, I think the Legacy movie is probably better than the original, which that's crazy to say. Yeah, I mean, me and him, did we see it in Epic? No, we didn't actually. No, we saw it in like a normal small theater.
Yeah,
so we didn't even get the IMAX experience, but I wish we would have, because seeing it in big screen like that was really cool. Just seeing the jets and everything like that. I don't know. We went into it with no expectations at all. So, but yeah, we really like that movie.
Wow, I got to put it on my list.
Yeah, no, definitely check it out. I mean, Andrew didn't even see the original before we went and saw this, and he really still enjoyed it. So we both gave it like mid-90s, I think.
I feel like I've seen it, but I'd have to definitely like sit and like watch it again. It's like Shawshank Redemption. I can't tell you that movie verbatim now, but like
that was one we actually just did a rewind review on recently. Shawshank. We're trying to do we're trying to have like on one episode have like some newer stuff. Anyone that's like listening kind of knows that. And then and then a little bit older stuff on another episode.
Yeah, like we did Fight Club, and like we did This Is the End and stuff like that. But yeah, and then the Friday ones are like new episodes like this, like or new movies like Halloween Ends and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so we wanted to have you guys on for literally a scary movie or something like that, even though this movie's really not scary at all.
This movie's not scary. It's actually
it is Halloween themed. I don't know.
We're stretching it
a little.
It's like a Halloween themed school shooter movie. It feels like Elliot Rodger teaming up with Michael Myers. I feel like that's what they're going for. Like, politically, that's what they're going for, but I don't.
Oh, I can't.
Well, let me read the synopsis for this movie, and then we'll get into it. Halloween Ends. It's rated R. It's an hour and 51 minutes. The saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode comes to a spine-chilling climax in the final installment of this trilogy. It got a 39% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 57% audience score.
That 57 is too high. That is too high of a score for me.
That's booty butt.
Yeah.
I'll kind of just start off with my thoughts. I did not care for this movie, but I also don't care for the franchise at all. I don't care for any of the Halloween franchises. This one has got to be the goddamn worst.
That's saying something.
Yeah, I did not like this movie. I watched it actually today, right before it's on Peacock right now. We were gonna go see it in the theaters, but then we're like, honestly, why are we even gonna waste our time and go see it in the theaters?
Yeah, right.
We'll get a free trial on Peacock, watch the movie, cancel the subscription.
Thanks, Peacock.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I got Xfinity, so it's like you get Peacock.
Okay.
Xfinity.
There you go.
Yep.
Hey,
Smart.
fuck it.
But yeah, no, I watched this movie today, and I honestly was like, I'm like an hour in, and it's about 2 hours, and I'm like, I get to the end of it, I'm like, fuck, I could have skipped the middle of this movie. I could have watched the first 20 minutes. I could have watched the last 20 minutes, like, and I would have been good. I would have had a good understanding that this movie sucks ass.
That's another thing that kills me about those movies. There's so much useless exposition. It's like every movie tries to be an origin story, and it's so fucking annoying. Like we get it. We get it. And if we don't get it by now, we'll get it next year.
Yeah. Well, like this movie, especially, like, I mean, the first I looked at the time, and it took 41 minutes for Michael Myers to actually appear in this movie, right?
Oh,
yeah. I mean, they're setting up this Corey guy who you think is taking up the helm for Michael Myers or something like that. Then he ends up dying too. So it's like, so the whole thing is just ridiculous. I mean, just compared to the other ones before it, it's insane that this is supposed to be like the ending for both these big characters, and it takes 41 minutes to get to him. So
it's so bad that like Laurie Strode has no fucking clue that this kid is like secretly like being infected by the evil, or however the fuck they want to say.
Yeah.
She has no idea through like most of the movie.
Yeah.
And then she's only right because the plot makes her right about it.
Yeah. Yeah, she says she sees it in his eyes or something. As stupid as that.
She sees it in his eyes the way she sees it in Michael's eyes.
Yeah.
She didn't grow up with Michael Myers.
Yeah.
How would she know?
She knows, dude.
She knows.
Yeah.
Well, and then see Michael Myers' eyes in his fucking mask.
Well, and then too, you can't say, well, in one of the like there's an H2O Halloween movie, right? Like you can't, like, so all those sequels got scrapped because it's the original Halloween from 1978 and then this trilogy, and that's it. That's the only thing that's canon in this universe.
Well,
so
Blumhouse is doing it wrong, right?
Yeah.
So
they
like
are.
They gotta switch it up.
Yeah. So, and then there's those Rob Zombie ones. It's like you can't really say like, oh, they're siblings, or oh, you know, they knew each other's kids. You can't say that because they cut everything out.
Connection. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And the ending of this movie was absolutely horrible, in my opinion. I don't know if maybe one of you guys want to comment and
it feels like Spider-Man 2.
That's a good
carry
movie.
him off into the wood chipper.
Yeah.
And they're just like, just fucking toss him. Like a piece of trash.
Well, so that's the thing, is he does die in this movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
There's no coming. I like that the death. Like there's no way he's gonna fucking resurrect. He's not breaking out of jail. He's in the goddamn wood chipper. I pray that there's not,
all you
Halloween.
see is that there's an end credit scene where he's like little bits and all this, they start shaking.
Like a centipede. Halloween almost ends and all of his fucking limbs come back together and he stands up.
Iron Giant.
Some shitty like early 2000s fucking Freddy Krueger shit, or he just fucking.
Well, it's like Batman v Superman, where the grave, the dirt's coming off the grave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking
just a pile of meat shaking.
Iron Giant, he slowly starts coming back together at the end.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because there's been movies where I think he gets shot in the head and stuff and shakes it off, and so we're meant to believe that he has some sort of power. So I mean, they cut him up quite a bit.
When he's a fucking guy, he's just like doing. That's what he's like, an aging man in a mask.
Yeah, exactly.
John Wick shit.
Yeah. Yep.
No training, nothing. Just a guy who, bigger build, bigger, strong.
It's like he has like the Rock effect, where it's just because this guy is like, I don't know, stacked and fucking 6'3", that makes him a superhuman.
Yeah.
Like,
super strong.
And he's not even stacked. He's just like, he's got like a Texas Chainsaw body, where it's just like, you expect me to believe that he's like running, he's fucking sprinting after people.
He's doing backflips over somebody's fucking car. Like the last movie, he did that shit, and he just like randomly he teleports.
He crushed it, dude.
Yeah. Well, like this Corey guy goes and like steals the mask from him. He just like he's like, you're just a normal guy, and pushes him down and grabs his mask. That's pretty much a quote, because I mean the dialogue in this movie is really bad. It's really bad.
Oh, dude, the ending when they finally
this
come
is all sounding rough.
it's like Laurie Strode gives this huge fucking speech about how like, this is how you stop breathing. It's like, dude, just fucking stab him and like in the head.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to like give this grand speech to him. Nobody's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
No.
He like takes the opportunity, grabs her by the throat, and it's like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Like that's
Okay,
dude,
but what? That's after she fucking slit his throat, and he's just like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, no, I'm gushing blood," and you're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, no, I should be able to choke someone out." Like,
Well, and especially since his hand was pulled out and like cut in half, kind of.
like, no, you would not be able to choke
Yeah.
anyone if you're fucking.
No, not if you're fucking like bleeding the fuck out from your jugular. No.
And then
Yeah.
the daughter runs in and like saves him at the last minute, and she's like, or saves Lori at
Yeah.
the last
Lori.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you can't do that. It was like the worst fucking line.
Yeah,
I
and it
will
just
not
broke
let
his
this-
arm or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then
and then
they
this is gonna
split his
sound
wrist.
fucked up if no one's seen the movie, but when the little boy died at the beginning, I kind of laughed. I mean, it was kind of
Oh,
funny.
that-
I heard the setup for that and it did make me laugh.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's the funniest goddamn shit I've ever seen in like a modern horror movie. He just drops and bounces off the ground.
Yeah,
So I'll be
multiple
honest,
stories.
I didn't expect that. I was caught off. I didn't even think like I don't know what you guys thought. I mean, I knew he was trying to get out. I thought maybe he was gonna accidentally stab him, but I did not think he was gonna fucking launch him over the staircase and launch
Yeah,
him
no.
flat.
It's like he ran at the door and drop kicked it like a fucking WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
And this just torpedoes out of the fucking like out of the staircase and just
Yeah, and then bounces off his. I don't know. It made me laugh actually because I was like, "This is ridiculous." I'm like, "This is how we're
oh my
starting
God, he's broken in half. Oh
this."
my God.
It needs some milk.
Quick, grab some milk.
Just give him a glass of chocolate milk. He'll be good.
Yeah, he'll walk it off.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Well, I
Wow.
have the numbers right here. I think it's just gross in the US, but the first Halloween movie in 2018 for this trilogy made 160 million. And then Halloween Kills, which came out last year, made 92 million. So, and then this one so far has already made 40 million. So I get why they made the trilogy after the first Halloween, the 2018 one, but they really
Yeah.
just should have stopped after that. I mean, I get that they made money and I understand why they did it, but still, I mean, this
Yeah, but
movie,
then that one ended on a cliffhanger, didn't it? I don't remember.
the building caught on fire, the house caught on
Oh,
fire.
Yeah.
But ratings wise too, it actually has like some of the best ratings in the whole franchise. It got a 79% critic score and a 71% audience score.
That's way too high.
And then
How's that
Halloween
movie.
Kills had 39 and then 66, and this movie currently has 39, 57. So they're
I'm
both
just a
like
hater,
critically
though.
the same. Yeah.
I haven't seen the first out of the trilogy, out of the Blumhouse trilogy, but I've heard that it's decent enough. I saw
was
the last one. It
Okay.
was not great.
I mean, compared to the last
I
two,
think
the
I kind
first
of
one-
remember the first one.
I remember
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, they
I
trap
think
him in the
it was-
basement and catch it on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could have said he died there.
That's what I thought they were going to do. But
They
then it
could
made
have ended it
160
right
million
With the
dollars.
fucking Busta
Yeah.
Rhymes one, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What would have saved this money, dude, is if Busta Rhymes just came out of nowhere and did a fucking kickflip and just like kicked Corey through a window.
Yeah.
And
And
he
just like roughed him
explodes.
up real bad. Just like shoot up his legs with some leg kicks. Like,
Best
you know,
character
just
in
like,
the franchise. I'm sorry. Busta Rhymes is the best character in the franchise.
He is.
Fights Michael Myers in a fist fight and
Yep.
wins twice.
yep.
Twice.
What they should have done is had the Rob Zombie Michael Myers fight this Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
The
should.
Rob Zombie one would have fucked him up.
Oh, yeah, he would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was just big and scary as fuck.
This one's just like he's old now.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like,
He's really old.
he just like has like a little stride towards people now. You know, he's not.
Yeah. Yeah. He's out of his prime.
yeah. This
well-
one he's like limping the whole fucking movie, right?
Yeah.
My back hurts. Get over here.
I can't do
like-
this shit no more.
He kills a police officer and the kid is like holding him and he's like slowly stumbling. It takes like an hour for him to get the police officer.
Oh
back.
man.
And then by the time he finally stabs him, he like comes. I don't know what that was. And he's just like, oh yes.
Yeah. And then too, like, there was like a Batman and Robin scene where they both tag team this couple at this house. Yeah, and I'm like they're like tag teaming these guys, and I mean they did the same with the cop in the sewers. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I did think the thing that was really stupid too is when Corey puts the knife to kills himself. You think, and then like he slits his own throat or shoves the knife in his throat. This like 12-inch knife just stabs it straight through his throat. Anyway, he lives kind of through it,
I'm
right?
sure most people would. I think that's just a minor little scuff.
I'm like, he's
I
still
throw a
alive?
Band-Aid,
Yeah,
Band-Aid it.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Put
so
some like gauze in there.
Yeah,
so it's
good
like,
to go.
okay, so does he actually have Michael Myers powers or something like that? Because how is he living through that? I mean, literally shoves the knife right through his jugular, and then
I think that's the main thing that's always pissed me off with like the whole Halloween series is, and we like briefly kind of dabbled on that, is like it appears that he has some fucking powers, but this is a regular dude. Like
He's just regular ass guy.
just fucking shoot him. Like just shoot him and kill him, or how is he still going? Yeah. He doesn't
He's just
run
walking
either.
towards them,
Yeah,
just like
I
this,
think,
and they're trying to
like,
shoot him, but they can't.
Imagine how much scarier this like entire franchise and the like all of the movies would be if this fucker ran. Like if he ran,
right.
I would be like, oh fuck, like this guy's hustling, he's coming to kill someone. But the fact that he's just like this slow, like methodic,
he breathes heavy. He doesn't use guns.
Yeah, like and kick this stupid fuck over.
Yeah,
like even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's so scary just because it's like this big stacked dude, but he's and
he's got a chainsaw. There's some noise.
He's got
there's
a gas tank. Like, he fucking ran after Jessica Biel for fucking how long? 40 minutes.
Yeah. Well, then too, like, when Laurie Strode was like pretending that she was going to commit suicide, I was like, oh my God, please don't end the movie like this. I mean, this would be terrible. I'm like, don't fuck this character over like this. And then she fakes it, but I'm like, wait, she actually called the cops and said she was committing suicide. Like she could have just pretended to be on the phone. She actually called 911 and said it, which I thought that was pretty weird because the cop calls the granddaughter and he's like, I think it's Laura. What's her name? Allison. The cop calls Allison. He's like, hey, your grandma just called and she's committing suicide or something like that. Or so I don't know. So I thought that was ridiculous too. But again, I was like, I hope she doesn't kill herself. That'd be an awful ending. So this movie just made a lot of like what the fuck was the plot? So, and then Corey too. It's like, I don't know, but
yeah, the whole Corey thing is like he feels like a character that's supposed to be like, oh, he's slowly being corrupted.
Yeah,
and again, she's only right about him because the plot makes her right. If he got attacked by that homeless dude and he would have like ran directly to the police afterwards and been like, hey, fucking Michael Myers is in the sewers. Go get him. He would have not been the town pariah anymore.
Yeah.
And
he could have like saved himself.
Yeah. And not only that, if he killed this kid like 3 fucking years ago during the whole like original like Halloween and Halloween Kills Massacre, like wouldn't that be covered up? Like totally covered up?
Yeah.
He wouldn't be the new town pariah. He would just be like, and it's been like 3 fucking years now.
Yeah, like
how
3 or 4 years.
Everyone know his full, middle, last name. I'm surprised people don't know his fucking social security number.
Like at the end, when everyone's there for his fucking death at this movie, there's a whole goddamn ceremony basically to watch him be thrown in a whatever that is, like compactor.
No, of course they ended it that way.
Yeah, meat grinder. Yeah, they put his body. I mean, they strapped it to a car and they drove it downtown, and everyone's around, and then they took it off.
Doesn't everyone have something better to do? Like, did he terrorize everyone?
It's one of those small towns, like like so they're just like, you guys want to go watch Michael Myers get
well, and then Corey, this like scary. Well, he's supposed to be a scary guy, but you're supposed to sympathize with him for the first like 45 minutes. Is getting bullied. He's a 21-year-old. He's getting bullied by 17-year-old high school students who are seniors because they didn't buy him beer.
High schooler.
They bullied him like 3 different times on 3 different occasions there, and he's taller than all of them and everything like that. They're bullying the fuck out of this poor kid, guy,
and it's
man.
Like, it's a kid with a mullet too. Like, there's no fucking way this kid is being looked at like that guy's fucking cool.
Yeah,
that guy's fucking.
Like, yeah, and it had the horror movie cliche where he has like the Letterman on and everything like that.
Yeah, there's a kid with a mullet, by the way.
Ugh.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Another
dude.
kid with a Letterman jacket, and it's like, what the
Mullets
fuck?
are cool if you're not a tool. Like, there you go, dude.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
like band practice, like the least fucking cool thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like this movie was written. And also, when they're in the bar, who dances to fucking punk music? Who's sitting there going like, "Yeah, dude, I fucking love like the
This
Ramones
shit's
or whatever the fuck."
sick.
they're
Dude,
called."
when he got on the
one.
ground and he was dancing at the bar, I thought he was having a seizure.
Yeah, me too.
It looked
thought
like he
that's-
was. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, oh, they're not going that way.
No, he's
He
just having
tricked me.
fun.
I thought that was part of the movie.
Oh, he's just getting down. He's got
Yeah.
real bad moves.
Yeah, it was that bad. I was like, oh. And then the mom's there too of the kid that died at the
Yeah, how
bar.
fucking convenient.
Yeah. A small ass city where he's running into the mother of the kid that he killed and these bullies, these 17-year-olds that are bullying him. So, because they didn't buy him alcohol.
Yeah.
Or he didn't buy them alcohol. So,
I got a few things in my notes about this.
okay.
Yeah.
The parents were weirdly mean to Corey at the beginning, like cutting him off like constantly.
Yeah, when he
like
went
the
over there to
kid.
babysit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, the little kid's watching the thing. He has great taste. The kid dies pretty deservedly. He was like a little bag of shit.
Yeah, he did
And he
he
dropped
did
it.
too. This is a
He
quote. He's like,
deserved
I
to
don't
fall off that and splat.
this is a quote. He goes, I don't like an ugly ass babysitter. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Kid said that to I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, I don't want to play hide and seek. And I'm like, okay. So the dialogue again. But yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine, dude.
I just can't believe it. It baffles me that the dialogue
That
was
was
that bad.
really a really weird line to just say, like, you're an ugly ass babysitter. Like, what?
Ugly ass babysitter, bro. I want a hotter babysitter.
Yeah.
I want a
what?
hot girl babysitter,
Yeah.
not one that will kill me.
In this, I get to the beginning credits. I'm like, have they always called Michael the Shape? Stupid name.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Russian doll pumpkins. Montage of Michael Myers doing John Wick bullshit. What rock station angers me?
Yep. That pissed me off
Mullet
too.
kid needs to die. There's no fucking way this kid is popular. Somehow everyone knows Corey despite the shit happening 3 years ago.
Yep.
Jamie Lee, is it
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
yeah.
Jamie Lee?
Mhm.
Fuck it, dude. I don't care.
Jelly Kerr.
Her saying fuck is supposed to be funny, I guess.
Yeah. Didn't laugh.
No.
Corey's parents are weird, weird incest mom, calling it now. Which happens, by the way.
Yes.
Weird incest. Her granddaughter falls in love with Corey despite obvious red flags.
Mhm.
And there's a cop who's harassing her, which is going to come in later on in the movie.
And didn't he look like way older than them? That kind of took
Yeah.
me out of it too. He
Yeah.
looked like he was in his
This,
late
like,
40s.
35-year-old dude.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, he looks way like she looks like she's in her mid 20s or something, and then he looks like he's in his 40s or something. So that kind of took me out of it too a little bit.
He's a fucking fly, dude.
No, dude.
It's
Fucking kill that
rolling
shit.
me on my opinions. I'm gonna skip over a bunch of shit. His mom is still a cunt. Corey teleported randomly in the movie. He just teleported.
Yep.
Elliot Roger versus Michael Myers, the movie. Michael Myers comes when he kills cop.
Yep. He does.
I got like 4 pages of notes, dude. Dialogue gets worse and worse. He gets weirder and weirder. I don't know how Laurie's granddaughter doesn't see that he's a creep.
Yeah, like every interaction he'd have in public with a person would always end up and they're about to fight each other, or he does get his ass beat or something like that. Like it's like, how do you not pick up, oh, maybe I shouldn't be invested in this guy because clearly he's, I don't know. I don't want to say broken, but like
He's having like weird freakouts and shit.
yeah, it's like sometimes she's talking to two different people.
Just
or
a little
something.
manic, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But
This town needs a psychiatrist. A couple of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
The only reason Laurie Strode sees a fucking issue with him is because he's like homeless at one point.
yeah.
He's just classist, dude. Like
Yeah.
she finds him. It's like he's been kicked out of his house. Like, where is he supposed to go?
It's gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's sleeping at that house
Yeah.
and everything like that. And I don't know. And then, yeah, the thing with his mom, where his mom like kicked him out and then try to kiss him on the lips and everything like that. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
The mom was
shit.
crazy. Yeah.
This movie just has it all.
Yeah,
It really does.
Me and my girlfriend were watching it, and she just immediately was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Tell her I'm sorry. Blame it on me. You're like, well, it's a small guys podcast. It's making us watch this shit.
Small guys, dude. Do not support. Do not.
Yeah, fuck them.
Do not collect $200.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why are they making us watch this shit?
So when they're this is like they get to like the big scene where the by the way, I'm skipping through like most of the movie
Oh, no,
just to
it's
get
fine.
to this
Yeah, no,
where the
you're good.
rampage finally starts.
Yeah.
The stepdad has like a sick setup. He's got
Yeah.
like 2 monitors. He's got like fucking gaming chair and shit, dude.
Mhm.
He's
Fucking
rocking
works.
out. I don't know what's going on with him. He's like streaming on Twitch at his fucking like little auto repair shop thing.
Playing Warzone.
Yeah.
He knows what's up.
Yeah.
Mullet Kid gets killed off screen. Fuck
Yeah.
this movie.
But the way the other guy died was pretty cool. I don't know. The deaths was like the one thing where it's like, okay. But like two, it takes like an hour and 20 minutes to even get there to where the deaths start happening. So
Dude, I'm watching a fucking slasher movie. I want to see like how creative they get and how weird. they
Yeah,
get.
yeah, exactly. I want
Yeah.
to see like Mullet Kid get fucking strung up by his shit and just like
I
Yeah,
buy
it's-
his hair, they scalp him.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah,
I didn't even
it's
mind if
rated
it's
R.
like gross and like practical effecty. That's what I fucking like from those movies.
yeah, because that's the best thing, right? It's like these assholes or pricks or whatever characters throughout the whole movie, and then finally they get like their comeuppance where like they get
Yeah.
scalped or whatever the fuck. Something cool.
Yeah.
Right. And then no, it doesn't really like you said, it's off screen and we miss out on that. So we get
And
blue
it's,
balls
like,
on
the
his
worst
death.
part is like you don't if it's like a slasher movie, you don't put in like somebody with like a weird gimmick unless you're gonna put like kill them in like a really gimmicky way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You put in like a guy with one eye and an eye patch or whatever, that dude's getting his other eyeball blown out. Like there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
fucking way.
yeah.
Like you just got those are like them's the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
Yeah. No, I
If
mean,
you got a mullet, you get scalped.
exactly. That's the way it has to go. Why else give him the mullet?
You ever seen Korgoth the Barbarian? It was
No.
like
I have
an
not.
Adult Swim thing.
Oh yeah, yep.
There's like a scene where it's like a Conan the Barbarian kind of rip-off thing.
Okay.
And there's a scene where it's like a comedic thing, and he grabs this dude's hair and like rips his like skin off, and it just goes like a
Oh,
Yeah, and all you see is like a skeleton. It's like Billy and Mandy shit. Just start yelling.
yeah.
oh,
Ugh.
Should have done
It was very
Like,
crude in early 2000s. The animation looked gross. Like it was
Yeah.
just one of those shows.
That's what they should have done with that kid. That's what the like.
That would've been
that's what
cool.
the gimmick should have been.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, too, when he goes to like to the radio station, he just starts, and that guy's
Well, that
tongue
was
is on
actually
the.
a good kill.
That was a good kill.
It
Yeah.
was gross, dude.
Yeah, I was like, there we
oh,
go.
shit.
Some mashing in the face. All right.
Yeah, and
there
then
was,
his
like,
tongue fell off, and it was on the record. It was going around
Yeah,
and
it's
skipping
gross.
over the tongue every time.
Oh shit.
It's on the radio still.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was gross.
It was gruesome, dude.
Yeah.
In that scene, there's like a weird cameo from. I don't know if you've seen. It's on Shudder. Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs.
Oh no, I haven't.
There's like it's like a dude who presents like different horror movies on Shudder or whatever live,
Oh, that's sick.
and he's got like a co-host named what's her name, Diana Prince,
Yeah, I think that.
and she's got a cameo as like the desk lady in that scene.
Oh, okay. pretty
Instantly
cool.
fucking dies though, so it's pretty funny. It's like such a weird, like, okay, I guess she's just dead now.
Yeah, yeah, and then he dies, and then like it shows Corey like walking off in the background. I don't know, some cheesy shit. But the death was cool. I mean, that's the one thing I'll say about this movie is for most part the kills. I mean, they deliver. I mean, like that one that was off screen, which sucks, but like for the most part, most of the kills are pretty cool. But what sucks is like it takes, an hour and 20 minutes to get to that point. Like I said,
shouldn't take that long.
no, it shouldn't. And like I said too earlier, it took 41 minutes. I mean, this is the end of the trilogy, end of like one of the most famous like horror characters, Michael Myers, and it takes 41 minutes for him to even appear for the first time on the screen. Like he gets so sidelined in this movie, and this movie is supposed to be about him and Laurie, and really they both get like shafted. And apparently I didn't see Halloween Kills. From what I heard, it was really bad. But in that movie, apparently Laurie gets sidelined a lot, where she's like only in like 15, 20 minutes, if that. So she gets sidelined in that movie, and then this movie he gets sidelined kind of like.
I wish she would have jumped in the shredder with him.
That would have been poetic justice.
And
She would've
like
jumped in
when
there
they're
with
carrying him off to the shredder, when they're like dragging him on the fucking car, on top of the car, they're not even dragging him.
Yeah.
Like if that was real, dude, if it was like a killer that came back every like 20 years or some shit to like kill people, people would be like kicking him in the streets, like chopping off pieces of his fingers and like
And some
spitting
fucking
on him,
some
like,
rule like
they'd be
like
dragging him on the back of the fucking car.
Yeah, I would want like a pinky or something as a souvenir that I was there at the parade.
Yo, selfies.
It looked like
Yeah.
a parade at the end, like a
Dead body,
fucking parade. They
fucking
were-
The, like fucking piece.
but it's just dead as fuck face.
No, dude, when Corey went to the sewers and like just pushed Michael down and took his mask, I'm like, this guy's washed. I'm like, what are we doing here? So I wasn't even scared of him at all this movie's like, I think in the first Halloween, the 2018 one, I remember we saw it in theaters, but I do remember like kind of being like on the edge of my seat a little bit at the end. I think not like scared, but like I was kind of like I was like invested, but like with this movie, I couldn't give a shit who he killed or what.
No, I was
So
pissed that I spent my time watching this actually.
for the content.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a fucking a sequel.
Yeah.
That's how you know. Like
Yeah.
you always go in there with like just little no expectations, and then
Yeah.
maybe sometimes it could surprise you. Maybe.
I'm just
So
saying,
do you guys think they'll continue this?
Oh, I hope not.
I mean, they have to,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Wholeheartedly.
They
yeah.
will. They will. I mean,
Yeah.
I
They
think
will.
they will. I don't
For the
think they'll
money.
continue with this series because the rights are leaving Blumhouse. So they
Oh,
can't
really?
make
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So did they
They-
just
I
have it
think
for a
the-
certain amount of years or something? Is that how it works? Kind of.
I think it works.
Maybe it's
on,
like a
how many-
contract base. Maybe
like how many movies they make.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it might
Okay.
have just been like 3-movie deal or something. Or
Hmm.
I'm not totally sure.
Yeah.
But I
12
know it's going
Insidious
back
movies
to-
later.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're about to do Sinister next, and these guys have all seen it, but I haven't. Apparently, like from the list and shit I've seen, like, BPM wise, it's like
That's a
heartbeat per
spooky
minute or
movie.
something. Like it's rated one of the scariest movies. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. It's rated one of the scariest movies.
Yep. I've seen it, and
Only
honestly,
the
that
watch.
makes sense because like there's a bunch of jump scares and a lot of like really like eerie, intense parts in that movie.
uncomfortable shit in that movie.
Uncomfortable. The
Yeah.
opening scene, even. I won't spoil it for you, but man.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like nervous because like I don't do horror movies well, and like we just did Hereditary, and I had seen that one before, but even watching it again, like I'm such a pussy, so I was like,
But I
Hereditary.
bet
Yeah.
that's a tough one though, honestly.
It
Like,
is
I thought
tough. Like the last
we're
20
talking
minutes
about
is
modern
brutal.
horror. That's one of my favorite. It's up there for me.
Oh yeah.
Something about that movie just encaptured, I don't know, that essence, just that really just like
And no one won an award from it. Tony
Yeah.
Collette did not
Crazy.
win an award from it. Yeah, we kept talking about that. That pissed me off. But anyway, do you guys want to kind of get into like maybe the ratings for this movie? I mean, I can
wanna-
kind of go first.
You want to lead it, Josh?
Yeah. So again, like what I kind of said a few times is the fact that like 41 minutes for him to show up. Like this is supposed to be I mean the promos for this, if you guys saw the trailers or anything or posters or whatever, they literally showed the last like 10 minutes of this fight between Michael and Laurie, and like this big like this is the finale. Like Jamie Lee Curtis has been in this franchise for 50 years, almost 40
Mhm.
years, and like this is the pinnacle, like this is the end, this is the big thing, like comes to this movie.
Pack
You're
it
seeing
in.
these fights, it's the last 10 minutes. They only interact for the last 10 minutes, and it's kind of lame, lackluster. So I'm gonna give this movie 30 flat.
It's higher than I was gonna go.
Yeah, it's one of my lowest. I don't think the only other movie I went low on, I gave a 5 to Blonde. That movie was fucking tough because that's 3 hours and Ana de Armas, and it was tough. Don't watch it. I just shit on that movie the entire time we talked about it. Like I was screaming, I was so pissed. And that was another movie too where I made them watch it. So my track record it's not
Yeah,
good.
it's fallen, Josh.
Yeah, I'm just setting you guys up to watch these bad movies. But yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 30 flat.
Okay.
Gotcha. You guys want to both kind of go on that, and then I'll finish it off.
yeah.
I would say that it's got some like decent kills. If you're in it for like the last like 10 minutes of the movie, and you've like drank a lot, and you're with your buddies and you're plastered and you hit the skip button a few times, fast forward. I would say, last 10 minutes of the movie, maybe like 50 out of 100.
Okay.
But if I'm going like full
you
movie, got to sit through all this fucking bullshit.
Almost 2 hours.
30.
Okay.
I'm going with 30 also, because it's not like I don't see the value in sitting through like a christening of a new like boogeyman-esque character and then just like not going through with it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say 20, just because I agree with everything you said. It just sounds messily put together. It just sounds like we were just trying to like make a movie just for the sake of making a movie.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I'm also not super invested in this franchise, and the fact that old girl didn't become Busta Rhymes at the end, like she just didn't take up kickboxing after she realized giant people can hurt you. Yeah, like I don't know. Like we're just gonna say 20 because I
wanted to see a fucking martial law kick from fucking Tekken. Just her doing backflips.
She's just like, I know the real way to beat you. I've seen it. And she just starts fucking kicks him in the chest, and she just starts going.
That would have had me invested.
Yeah, exactly. Because then that just would have turned it around full circle, and then
it would have been at least a different take.
Yeah,
exactly. And then you just feel like you went on a ride, because I was like, "Fuck, this movie has everything."
Yeah.
And the Liu Kang kick.
Yeah.
Fucking Mortal Kombat. Just.
Yeah. Because every slasher kind of is a little corny, but this movie just.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So I'll kind of finish it off with my thoughts. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not invested in this series at all. I think this is like one of the worst horror. I'm gonna shit on this series actually real quick.
Yep.
I think this is one of the worst horror series ever. Personally, I don't find it scary at all. This movie is considered a thriller. What the hell is thrilling about this movie? This is a dumb ass movie. Michael Myers is not in it until you said, Josh, 41 minutes. I wish I would have skipped the first. Well, no, the kid dying was actually kind of funny, but hopefully that doesn't get clipped.
There's like a 35-minute. Yeah, if no one's seen this movie, that's probably pretty confused. Or know nothing about it, you're probably pretty confused.
Yeah. But
Just,
the beginning of this movie is boring as shit. The middle of this movie is boring as shit. And the end of this movie is stupid. Like, I'm sorry. I did not like how they ended this movie. They kill him. I wanted something more like grandiose for the end of a franchise. Give me some. I don't need like a Marvel Avengers Endgame level event, but I need I need something.
Like the ending of Spider-Man 2, where they're like, "Careful now, he's a hero."
Yeah, it's just a kid.
Wood chipper.
I need that end credit scene, dude.
Yeah.
I need something to make this feel like I actually have some attachment. And I did not get that. I didn't feel scared. The kills, if you care about that, there were some good gory ones. I'm not really a huge gore person, so it wasn't that. That's me. That's my opinion. With that said, I'm going to give this a pretty low rating, one of the lowest I've ever given. I'm giving this movie an 11 out of 100. And I think that might be that might be the lowest, Josh, unless I gave something else lower.
You gave As Above, So Below 10.
Oh, I hated that.
Oh, I hate that movie. I agree.
Yeah, our one buddy on our show recommended it.
Ugh.
Our fucking friend loves that movie. I can't.
The CGI hell
he swears.
room.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah.
Yeah,
we were a little indifferent to it too.
I'm sticking with an 11 on that. I was not a fan of this movie.
Okay, so you like this movie more than that?
I did, yeah, more than As Above by 1 point. But other than that, and I'm wrapping this up as like a whole series, I guess, which is kind of not totally fair. Because I would say like the first one, in 2018, that one came out, is better than this movie. Like,
for sure it is.
That's
the dialogue alone is.
That's an okay movie. You can get through it. This, not a fan.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time unless you got Xfinity and a Peacock free subscription or someone. Otherwise, watch something else. Well, what else is it? You said Sinister's on Peacock, right, Josh?
Yes.
All right, watch that. Way better. You're gonna be scared. You're gonna have a little heebie-jeebies watching that one.
Oh yeah. You're gonna feel uncomfortable afterwards.
Yeah, it'll actually get you a little spooked.
Yeah, I just want to say now that we're wrapping this up, Seti and Rob, thank you guys so much for being on. please go check out the Spooky Boys podcast. You guys are on Apple, Spotify, everywhere, I assume.
Yep.
On Instagram too, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, we'll have to do this again.
Maybe something less spooky.
Yeah, a little less spooky.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for being on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
I do got a couple of movie recommendations though.
Okay.
Yeah, fire off.
Yeah.
I'll fire off, dude, right now. If you want a good classic movie, like good classic horror movie, Scanners.
Okay.
Great movie.
I've heard of that one.
David Cronenberg movie.
I don't
Sins of
think I've
the
actually heard of that one.
Sins of the Future is like okay, but this one I like it a lot. It's got a lot of weird espionage. It feels like, you know, he watched a lot of MK Ultra documentaries.
Yeah, Cronenberg does some like weird shit, but I like it.
It's great. Candyman.
Okay, I've seen that.
Candyman,
I've seen that.
Yep, that's good.
fantastic.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, really? That's really good.
I think it's a movie where they kind of try to do the same thing as Halloween,
Yeah.
but it has such an interesting take and such like great cinematography that it just like it's as good as the original. I think. I feel
shit.
like.
I
A lot
agree
of people
with
don't feel like that, but
No, I agree
it's
with that take.
really good. And
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Okay.
Gotcha. But
Um,
you wanna close this out, Josh?
yeah, I'll close this out. Yeah, next, like I said, next we're doing Sinister. So I'm really nervous to watch that for the first time, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna watch it tonight because I won't be able to sleep, so I'll watch it tomorrow during the day. But I will watch it in the dark. But yeah, thank you guys so much again, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely.
See you, boys.
Let's go. Later.
See ya.